Good morning, students. Let us start our corporate classes, and we'll start accounts, chapter number 5, accounts of life insurance companies. Okay, so we have completed till now company liquidation, external reconstruction, internal reconstruction we have seen. Okay, I am explaining only those chapters which are important from exam point of view. Okay, and the problems which I am solving, please try that problems. That is more than enough to solve problems in exam. So we have done with company liquidation, we have done internal reconstruction, we have done accounts of banking companies. So three chapters we have done. Now we'll do this accounts of life insurance companies. This is format based chapter. In this chapter there are three chapters we are having. This unit we are having three chapters: life accounts of life insurance companies, accounts of general insurance companies, and insurance claims. So we'll focus on accounts of life insurance. Okay, so first focus is on life insurance companies. So what is life insurance companies? We know insurance, and also we know insurance and all. Let me explain here what actually insurance means. Okay, I'll take a small example. With that I'll explain you. Suppose there is an individual, one person is living. Okay, so on him the entire family is dependent. He is a person, he is having wife and children. Okay, he is working in some private company. Let us take example, he is working in some private company. Okay, so what he is doing, see, death is uncertain. The death can come at any time. We can't say the death will come at a certain point of time. It will come at any point of time. So what he will do, he'll go to a company. Indian company, what he'll do, this company will come and approach to the person by saying, sir, you give some amount, some money every year, some money every year. Okay, what will happen? And he'll ask to the company, what will happen if I pay you some money every month, quarter, per annum, half yearly? They will pay to the company. Company says, if you die, suddenly die, death comes, right? That is uncertain. If you die, will pay some money to your family and children. Who is saying? Company is saying. Okay, so the person, the individual, what he has to do, every month, every quarter, every half yearly, every per annum, he has to pay some money to the company. And in return, if something happens to the person, if he dies, then this person, the company will pay him some money, some money will be paid to his wife or children. Okay, now the life insurance, how it works means, either on the death, or the company will say, sir, pay for 10 years. What the company will say, sir, pay for 10 years. If within 10 years if you do not die, then the money which is all collected, that will be paid to you only. Okay, if he doesn't die. If he dies, then money will be paid to his wife and children. Okay, this is like life insurance works. Okay, so he pays every month, every year, every quarter, every half yearly, that is premium. So the money which is paid by the individual to the insurance company, I repeat, the money which is paid by the individual to the insurance company per month or per year, that will be called as premium. So what the company is doing, the company is taking the risk of this person. The risk is transferred to the company. The company is taking risk. For that risk, company is taking what? Premium. Okay, for some years he has to pay. After that, the company will pay him the sum assured. The money which the company is guaranteeing, by saying after some period of time or at your death, the money will be paid, that will be called as sum assured. Okay, so this is about life insurance. So we have two parties. One is what the individual we call in insurance as insured, and the company insurer. The company who is taking the responsibility, taking the risk, is called insurer, or the person who is transferring risk to the company, that person is called as insured. Okay, so let us understand here. Meaning of insurance. Insurance is a contract or agreement between two parties. There will be two parties, right? When we are having two parties, where under which one party takes in consideration of a certain premium. So who is taking premium? we are having two parties. One is what? The individual. The other is what? Company. So the individual insured is doing what? Is taking premium from this individual every month or every quarter or half yearly. And in case of losses, in case of death, or in times of maturity period, maturity means 10 years, after 10 years the money will be paid by the company. Okay, that is a point here. It is about life insurance. We are talking about life insurance only. Okay, so what he is saying here, insurance is a contract or agreement between two parties under which one party undertakes, in consideration of a certain premium, to indemnify the other against a certain amount of loss arising from the destruction of property, fire, accidents, etc. So fire accident, this is general insurance. This we are talking about general insurance. This is general insurance. Okay, fire, property, business, or loss of death. Loss of death means which insurance? Life insurance. So we have two types of insurance. One is for properties, non-living things. One is for living thing. For living thing we call as what? Life insurance. Non-living thing we call as general insurance. Okay, if we are taking insurance on living things or human beings, that is called life insurance. Apart from life insurance, if you are taking insurance, that is called general insurance. Okay, so we have two parties. One is called insurer, other is called insured. Insurer is whom? The company. And insured means what? The person. Okay, so insured is a person or human being, individual who is transferring his risk to the company, and insurer is a company. Okay, so we have two types of companies, one insurance, one is life insurance, one is general insurance. So let us first focus on life insurance. So what is life insurance? Life insurance contract may be defined as a contract whereby the insurer means is a company, in consideration of a premium, what he is doing is taking premium from the individual, undertakes to pay a certain sum of money. So what he is doing, he will pay a certain sum of money when either on his death or expiry of a certain number of years, or after 10 years, or he will pay at the end of that person, or after the expiry. Generally, if a person dies, the money will be paid to the nominee of the deceased. Nominee means he will write in the form that after my death you have to pay money to this wife or children. That is called nominee. Okay, this is about insurance, life insurance. Now in this we have to see two things. We have life insurance and general insurance. First we'll focus on life insurance. In life insurance we have profit and loss account. We have to prepare revenue account. We call it as revenue account, and we have to prepare balance sheet. Okay, so our first focus will be on revenue account. So here we are having a format for revenue account. Okay, so here you have to understand, it's very easy when you know the terms of this chapter. Insurance, there are some terms that you have to know that terms. Okay, so first is what? Premium. So companies are earning premium. So premium is direct, premium is reinsurance ceded, reinsurance accepted. I'll explain you what is the meaning of reinsurance ceded and accepted. Okay, so premium, there is a main source of income to the company. Insurance company's main source is what? Premium. So premium, reinsurance ceded, accepted, we'll understand later. Again we are having income from investments. They are investing somewhere and they are earning some money. So they are having interest, dividends, rent, gross profit on sale or redemption of interest investments. Loss we have to deduct. If any transfer or gain on revaluation, charge in fair, that we have to write here. Income to be specified. So this total we have to add, that is called total one. So we are having two types of income for insurance companies. One is a premium, direct income. This is indirect income. One is direct income, that is premium. Indirect income from investment. Okay, so this is what two things we are having here for the insurance companies as income. Next we are having here commission. Commission is expense. So schedule number 1 we are having to the premium, and 2 is for commission. The company is paying commission to the agents. The company is paying commission to the agents. See, here we are having company, and here we are having the shareholder, insured person who is taking insurance. The company will not come directly to the company insurer. There will be a middleman. Then one middleman will be there. What he will do, he'll go to the insured individual and he'll collect the money and he'll give to the company. So he'll work on the commission basis. He will not work for charity. What he'll do, he'll charge some money from the person, from the company as commission. So on behalf of company, he is going to the individual insured, is collecting premium money, and that premium money he will give to the company, and he is working on commission basis. So the insurance company has to pay commission to the insured, to this middleman, this person. Okay, so the commission for this company is expense. That's why we are writing here expense as expense, commission as expense, sorry, commission as expense. Operating expenses related to insurance business, we'll see when we do the notes to accounts. So commission we are having here, and operating expenses we are having schedule number 3. Provision for doubtful debts we are having, bad debts write off we are having, provision for taxation we are having, provision other than taxation, what all provisions are there we have to write here. This is not required, we'll see later. Next, after commission and the operating expenses we are having, operating expenses related to insurance business is schedule number 3, and 4 is benefits paid, okay, and interim bonus paid. So we'll see what is benefits paid, interim bonus paid, we'll see later. Okay, this is not important, this we'll see later. After that we are at surplus or deficit, A minus B minus C. Income minus, we are having A total income, we are having B total here expenses and commission and operating expenses. C is what? Benefits paid. Then after that we get some surplus. From that we have to do appropriation, transfer to shareholder fund account, other reserves. Okay, being balance for fund for future appropriations. Balance whatever is that we have to go for future appropriations. Okay, so we'll understand in better, in a easy way, what all insurance premium and reinsurance. First you have to see the format. After that we'll see one by one. So our first focus is what? First main income is premium. This is important. Okay, so what is premium? Premium income is shown under schedule 1. We have seen premium earned. Okay, so what is this premium? The amount paid by the policy holder to the insurance company. Policy holder in our example is the individual. Okay, we call this person as policy holder. See here this person is paying some money, right? This individual is paying money. So this is called, he is called policy holder. Okay. So what is happening here? The policy holder is making some payments. Okay, the policy holder to the insurance company in consideration of the company giving guarantee to pay sum assured is called premium. So the policy holder is paying some money to the company. For example, first year premium is a premium in case of life insurance for first year. So every year he'll pay. So first year he is paying, that is called first premium. And renewal premium means every second year or third year subsequently is taking premium, making the payment. Okay, that is called renewal premium. First year is paying first year premium. After first year he is paying premium, that is called renewal premium. The single premium is used when policyholders pays only once premium. Only once he is paying the policy. At the time of taking policy is only paying once. That is called single premium. Okay, outstanding premium means what we have to do. If outstanding premium is given an adjustment, add to the premium. We'll see this later when we do problems. Okay, so premium is understood is a main source of income to the insurance company, and it will be paid by the policy holder to the insurance company. So we are having first year premium, first year he is paying, and after second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year he is paying, that is called renewal premium. And the policy holder can pay premium at one time also, that is single premium. Okay, now we'll understand this here. Now this is important. What? Premium under reinsurance. What is the meaning of reinsurance? Reinsurance. Now try to understand. This is important. What we have understood till now, there is one person. What he is doing, he is paying some premium to the company. We are having a company, a big company we are having. So he is paying premium. So what is happening? This company, what is happening? Many people are paying premium. Many people. So risk of company is increasing. So what the company will do? The risk will be given to some other company. Some other company will be there. So the risk of this company will be transferred to this company. Okay. The premium. Who is paying premium? This policy holder is paying premium to the company, and the company will transfer this premium to the other company. It's called reinsurance. Reinsurance. First is happening what? Insurance between a person and a company. Reinsurance between companies. Reinsurance will happen between companies, A company and B company. When the company will do, the company A company, what they are doing, they are getting lot of policy holders, lot of business they are getting. Risk is increasing. They don't want more risk. So what they will do? They'll transfer some risk. When they transfer risk, they have to transfer what? Premium also. They have to transfer premium also. So this is called reinsurance business. Reinsurance between companies. Reinsurance between companies. Insurance between policy holder and the company. Reinsurance between companies. So here what is happening? If a company is paying premium, it's called reinsurance premium ceded. We call as ceded. Ceded means paid. Who is paying? This insurance. A is paying to the B. What they are paying? Premium. So this is called reinsurance premium ceded. Reinsurance is happening, right? Reinsurance between two companies, reinsurance is happening, and reinsurance premium, we call this as ceded. Ceded means paid. See, whenever there is a reinsurance premium ceded, you have to deduct from premium. You have to deduct from premium. Okay, you have to deduct from premium. Understood? In some cases, what will happen? Some other company is there called company C. Take example company C. They are getting more premiums. They are getting more risk. So what they will do? They'll transfer some risk to the A company. We are talking about A company now. Okay. First A company is paying to B. Now C company is having lot of business, lot of policy holders is coming. Risk is increasing. So C company will pay premium to A. A is receiving, right? A is receiving. So in this case, it is called reinsurance premium accepted. Premium accepted. Who is accepting premium? A company. So this is a profit. This is a income to the company. When they are accepting premium, that is a income. When A is accepting premium from other company, reinsurance will be between companies. Companies I told. So reinsurance premium accepted we have to add. Reinsurance premium ceded we have to deduct. Okay. So here we are seeing now. We'll see now here. See. Premium under reinsurance. Reinsurance between companies, not from the policy holder to the company. Between companies it is happening. So this is the amount paid or to be paid under reinsurance contracts. Reinsurance premium accepted means premium received from other company for accepting reinsurance contracts. It is an income and should be added to the premium earned in revenue account. So premium accepted is income, we have to add. Accepted is income. Next step. Reinsurance premium ceded. This is means premium paid to other insurance. We are paying to the other insurance company. Okay, this is expense should be deducted from premium earned in revenue account. Okay, so revenue account we have to deduct this premium. Understood? It's very easy. Premium ceded, paid, minus, that is expense. Premium accepted, that is what? Income. Okay, so we'll do one problem on this. Okay, page number F21. We are having first question. We'll do the first problem. Okay, what he is saying: ascertain the premium income of Sub Shubham Life Insurance Assurance Company Limited as per Schedule 1. So Schedule 1, he is asking you to prepare only premium income. So we are having premium received. First year premium we are having 5030. This is heading. First year premium is 5030. Renewal premium 1400. First year premium means first year we are receiving from the policy holder. Now we are insurance company now. Okay, so we are insurance company, we are receiving first year premium, that is income. Renewal premium means every time we are receiving. Second year, third year, fourth year, that just now we have seen. Single premium at once he is receiving all incomes. Premium outstanding at the beginning of the year you have to deduct. This is the beginning of the year, means last year premium you have to deduct. Premium outstanding at the end of the year, this is current year premium you have to add. So we want to find out current year premium. So current year premium beginning is last year premium. This is beginning of the year, means this is last year premium we have to deduct, and premium outstanding at the end of the year, this is current year premium we have to add. Okay, so it's so simple. Let us solve this problem. So page number is F21. Question number 1. Okay, so I'm writing particulars and amount. Here I'm writing Schedule 1 premium. Okay, so here we are having first year premium. We'll write here first year premium. How much is first year premium? 5030. Next we are having say renewal premium 1400. Next we are having single premium 500. Okay, after that we are having premium outstanding at the beginning of the year. So deduct premium at the beginning of the year. How much is beginning of the year? 175. Add premium outstanding at the end of the year. How much? 450. This beginning you add, deduct, closing you add. When you do the total, $5030 $500 minus 175 plus 450, getting 67. Wait. 5030 plus 1400 500 minus 175 plus 450, 7205. This is in thousands. So we are getting premium under schedule 1 is 7205. This all will be given an adjustment in question. Okay, we have seen bank account, right? Bank accounts, revenue account, like that we are having like this. Okay, the first problem. Now second one we'll see ascertain commission as per commission. We don't see commission. Okay, we will not see commission. We'll see premium also, premium only. So here the second question we'll do, we'll make some changes. Instead of commission we are writing premium here, okay, for practice purpose, and we are writing here schedule 1 only. We are changing, okay, just changing heading and the rest will be same. Okay, instead of commission paid we are writing premium received, writing premium. We are making some changes in the question to understand in better way. So what we have done, a certain commission premium as per schedule 1, premium received, first year premium, renewal premium, single premium is there. Commission on reinsurance ceded, instead of commission we write reinsurance, premium on reinsurance ceded, premium on reinsurance accepted. Okay, instead of commission I am writing here premium. We don't have examples on this, that's why I have to make changes. So I made some changes. Okay, we'll solve this problem also. Instead in place of commission we are writing premium. Okay, that's only one change we are doing. So same schedule number 1, we're finding out premium. At particulars and amount. Okay, so what is given here? First year premium. So first year premium 3050, renewal premium 1020, single premium all income 30. Okay, premium on reinsurance ceded, how much is that? 50. So ceded we have to deduct, reinsurance ceded 50, and reinsurance accepted how much? 100 we have to add, plus reinsurance accepted 100, add this we have to deduct. Okay, so 3050 1020 30 minus 50 plus 100, 84150. Okay, so in this problem what is the difference? Premium outstanding at the beginning of year is there, end of the year is there, and here ceded is there, accepted is there. Okay, so beginning of the year we have to deduct, premium ceded also we have to deduct, premium outstanding at the end of the year we have to add, and premium reinsurance ceded accepted at the end of accepted also we have to add. Okay, like this will solve other problems also.